Hey, welcome everyone. This is Roger from Roger's Hot Rod Garage. Check this out today. I'm not going to be turning wrenches on hot rods or Corvettes or Porsches back there in the background. Today is John Deere replacement transmission day. So this is like a 70 to 76 John Deere 116, basically model 100 or 1 and horsepower 16. So this one's actually got a Kohler motor in it that runs really strong. Twin to twin Kohler, so these things run perfectly fine, except the rear differential took a dump out of this thing. So basically second and third gear don't work. I know that for a fact. I also know that if you go around corners, it's got that jerking motion. So I actually hear loose parts inside of this transmission slash transaxle for this one. Now if you look at the model, where's my hood over here? For the one I picked up as a donor one, this is a 111, so it either had an 11 horsepower or a 12 horsepower motor in it. This is probably after factory right here. This is an IC industrial commercial 12 horsepower, but I picked this up for cheap, and when I say cheap, it's still a lot of money. It was like $350. Now that's not the end of it, but check this out. What I'm looking for is this 6-speed slash 5-speed transmission. Wait a minute, let me make sure. It is a, what does that say down there? It's a 5-speed transmission. So previous owner said this one works perfectly fine, except the engine's jumped up on this, and I believe that because look, the boy put a new carburetor on it. He's got a brand new battery, literally a brand new battery for like $150 over there, $150 euros, about 90. And so I kind of believe him. He's got the valves off on the side right here, and you can see the valve popped. Well, actually the valves are still in here. This is a flatty motor, or just like a flathead V8, except the valves are actually inside the block. Anyway, long story short, this one will be bolted completely back together with this bad transaxle, and I'm going to take the good one. I've already measured it. It fits exactly right in here, and I'm going to lay these things on the side like I did right here, and just basically change out the transaxle. Then this one's going to right back on German eBay as is, except I'm going to tell everybody it's defective. The transmission is crap, the motor doesn't run, or it's got compression a little bit, but you figure it out. And I'll sell it, what in German is called Ambastler, on a handyman is basically what the advertisement, with no guarantees. But I will be honest with it, folks. I'm telling them, hey look, this is just parts, or if you want to put a used motor in it and work on the transmission, that's your prerogative. But that's basically it. So I'm getting ready to flip this one over right now, and then just do this hillbilly style here, because you know folks, I'm from North Carolina and I don't have a way of getting this transmission out easy, so I figured if I lay this thing on the side, it's going to work. Bob's your uncle. One more check here is just it's a pretty simple check here to make sure that this transaxle will fit in that tractor over here and vice versa. You just have to go down here, and you see how this is red, this shifter knob right here. Now as long as the one over here is red too, oh, look at that coincidence. This one is red too, and it has the same hue of red, the same kind of like, it's not really red, it's a little bit of orange in there. That means this tractor and that tractor, the transmissions will actually work. That's just a tip from here from Roger's Hot Rod Garage. And just one more time, the disclaimer is, don't believe everything you hear on the internet. I've actually researched stuff before where I go up to the internet real quick and check something, and sometimes it's somebody's opinion. Some guy sitting there with a lab coat on said this is the way it is, but you do your own research and you kind of figure it out, okay? So that's what it's about. So yeah, I'm joking about the ball color, but I already measured these things, so I know. All right, hey, check this out. I know I say check this out a lot, but I'm checking this out. So I'm gonna lift this up and turn it sideways like I did that one right now. I don't have any oil spilling out right now, but I'm gonna get my jack, put it on the other side so I can catch it. Got the neighbor dog here, just in case somebody needs to call. In Germany, it's 112 or 111 for the panel. But anyway, so check this out. Very important here is that you wear safety shoes like sandals in case this stuff pinches off your toe. If you look real close, either on the left or the right side of my swimming trunks, you'll see either my right or left testicle just rolling out on the floor, all right? So I'm 59 years old, but I'm gonna lift with my legs and not with my back, but I think I got this covered because I consider myself physically fit. Might make a couple of noises here. Okay. balance it out here. I guess that's the best place to put it down, and then balance it right here. That's it. Okay, that was a C-clip, no big deal. But hey man, let me roll this girl over here. You know, people ask me if it's okay to drink a cold beverage on a warm day as long as it's super cold. This is like a ½ liter of German beer, so I'll jump in the pool a little bit later on. Cheers. Lawnmower. Tell you what, the damn axle came out literally in both axles in 20 minutes. But taking all this pulley system out right here, back and forth, and I went ahead and replaced the good belt with a bad belt after measuring it. Man, I tell you what, I'm glad that we have modern cameras on all of our cell phones, because I just snap a picture of all this crap in working order and then put it back. But this is a slightly different setup than the one over there. The belt is the exact same size, but you do the adjustment up in here for the tension on the drive belt. And on the other one you do over here. So I actually did this right here. Wait a minute. These bearings are actually, hear that? They're actually worse than the ones over there. So I'm going to keep the ones over there on the good rotting lawnmower, the one with a good motor in it, and then just put this one back together. So, man, to take the belt off on this thing, what a pain in the ass, man. That's why I went ahead and did it now while I got this thing flipped up on the other side. If you're using impact tools, always run your threads up to a pretty good point. Whoops. Go the other direction. Sorry, Roger. No, there's not another guy named Roger in here. So, when you run these up in here, let's see, forward, backwards, backwards, forward. Yep. Okay, Bob's your uncle on that one. So the drive belt's in on this one. I'll go ahead and slide the rear axle in over here, the bad one. And then again, I'm going to sell this whole thing as a non-working rotting lawnmower for somebody to get parts and crap off of. I don't care. But anyway, so let me go ahead and do that right now. And in case you're wondering, yeah, my hands are dirty every now and then. I don't like it, but it is the way it is if you're turning wrenches on cars or rotting lawnmowers or anything else. Convert it over, in, out, in. So this is complete. This is the good belt on this one here. The other belt's on that one over there. And just got to put the axles back in right now. I'll be just a second. So there are the both of the, obviously the same ones. This is the 110 version. This is the 116 version. These right here I'm going to pull off and actually use the right ones, and you can see right here they're actually shimmed up properly. But here is the problem, Houston. The O-ring, or not the O-ring, but the C-clip popped off on the inside. What that means is we get to take all these bolts apart, pull this off the top, take this pin off right here, and then put the C-clip on the inside. You know, shit happens is all I can say, but anyway, that's about it. Yeah, fire is not good, so hold on. That's what this Budweiser is good for. I officially dubbed the Dog burgers here. You heard it first here on Roger's Hot Rod Garage channel. Did not find that clip in here, the C clip. So I'm gonna reach way over here because unlike a squirrel that can't find the nut buried, I remember this, buying this at Home Depot. Not Home Depot, it was Harbor Freight. And there we got all the clips. I think one of these is gonna work for me. Yeah. Eagle Eyes Barrett found the damn thing. Got it. Right there. So cool beans. All right, so now we can reassemble this thing, and I got to make sure this hole is actually clean of crap so it actually sits in there. Now what I usually do right here is I'll take that thing and I'll squeeze it closed a little bit to make sure it's actually got pressure on it. So check this out, folks. So these are the gears. Everything in here actually looks pretty decent. There's your differential right there, just like in a normal car it is, but there's your gears that you can actually shift back and forth. And the C-clip that we just popped back in here is right in here. And that's what popped out of here. I don't think it was ever actually installed in there correctly. So that tells me somebody probably had this transmission apart, or I don't know, but I'm gonna put it back in here. This thing doesn't have oil in it, but we're gonna fill it up with this grease right here, just like we did right here, and bolt the sucker back together. All right, so looks like a big giant mess, right? And these right here greased up. We're getting ready to button this sucker up and put it back in the tractor. And that's reverse.
Yeah.
Okay, go neutral.
Neutral.
Okay, first gear.
First. Yeah, turning.
Going forward slowly. Second.
Second. Yeah.
Bob's your uncle.
And
third.
Third.
Turning, baby, yeah. Now, that's just to cut a groove a little bit deeper for those clips to go on there, those C-clips. So they're not really technically C-rings, they're those O-ring clips, but I found out that if you don't have this thing shimmed exactly correctly right here, the wheel will keep bouncing up against it and eventually just wears the shit out of there. So right there, that'll go up in that little groove right there, and I'll get different ones that are a little bit tighter. All right, so I know that that is not bolted on there, but there's nothing I can do about it right now because I can't get underneath it. So I'm gonna flip old girl back over again carefully, not squeezing my toe off here. Ah, come on now. All right, now let me go get a jack, and I'll jack this back up and I'll put the the old normal way. All right, try to do this a little bit smarter. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Like a turtle that's fell on its back right here. I tell you what, man, I probably spent the last 30 minutes putting those damn springs and tensioners up in here. Didn't show you that because I was cussing too much, but basically you stick a screwdriver up in there and you wedge it up in there and then you pop it with another screwdriver. So, man, so let me go ahead and flip this turtle upside down, the right side up. See if I can knock that out without hurting myself. This will be the last thing I do tonight right here. Again, safety shoes are important. Man. Come on, He-Man, let's do it. All right, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my tools, clean up my hands. These things are looking pretty dirty right here, but that's basically it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm not gonna screw with this anymore tonight. Just pulled this plug out right here. So this whole thing was laying on this side right here, but look, I actually see oil on this thing right now. So what you don't want to do is if you've got a motor laying on the side, crank it up blindly because this thing might actually have some oil in it, and by taking the plug out, you have a way for the oil to escape right now. If you don't do that and the compression is high enough, it'll literally pop a hole in the top of your pistons, okay? So I'm gonna try this thing real quick by just basically turning it over and seeing how much oil comes out of this thing. I hope it's not a whole lot. Hold on just a second here. Oh yeah. Oh great. So check this out. So there was literally oil in it. It shot out here, and damn, I think I actually shot it. Oh, damn it. I got oil all over this car over here, so that's kind of, well, it's not that bad. I should have just put a rag in front of it, but look, I'm glad I did that. This isn't staged or anything, so literally I had oil in here probably enough to pop it. So I'm gonna spin this thing just a little bit more. You know, I should just basically hold my hand in front of it. Okay, look, and that's enough right here. That's just the oil that leaked into, probably past the piston rings, which isn't that bad. And the other side didn't have any of this stuff going on because it was laying on the high side. So no oil out of here, but obviously the other side. So I'm glad I did that. All right, so will it start? I think it'll start, but I'm gonna try this out right now. Again, I don't do the whole fake BS stuff. I got the new transaxle in this thing. I will hit a choke on here and try it. So that's all the oil that was inside the motor, not a big deal. It's burning off right now. So let me see if this thing actually shifts now. Okay, reverse works. First, second, third. All right, the smoke will clear away. That's basically because I had this thing laying on the side. So I think probably in the intake, or I would imagine the exhaust track, I just got oil sitting there. I'll just have to burn that crap off. But other than that, mission success. You'll see this video in a couple minutes. Let me go upstairs, have some dinner, and good to go. The transaxle works perfectly fine. I got a slight adjustment to do on the clutch, which is no big deal. And that's it. I'm gonna take those tires over there, put them on over here, and then that sucker over there is literally gonna go on eBay probably this weekend. That's a good deck, good solid plastic, metal body. And again, transmission doesn't work on this one. And the Briggs & Stratton 12 horsepower IC is in need probably of a valve job. All right, hey look, let me button up this video here. It ain't smoking no more, so I went and had dinner and came back downstairs, cranked it up. So all that oil you saw, that smoke was just basically oil sitting inside the muffler of this John Deere 116. So thanks a lot for watching. Just basically, I'll go ahead and put the mower deck back on right now and close this video out. But old girl is running again, and the transmission shifting fine. I do have second and third gear right now, and it don't have that jerking because the differential's not screwed up on this thing. So thanks a lot for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.